Canons of taxation. Here, Adam Smith has said 4 canons of taxation as follows: economical, equitable, convenient, certain, efficient, and flexible. These are the canons of taxation. Canons of taxation: canon of ability, canon of certainty, canon of convenience, canon of economy. Now, what is ability? Now, taxation is a compulsory payment imposed on a person, you have to pay it. Ability, that is, imposition of tax in such a way that people have to pay the taxes according to the ability. Case of rich person should pay more tax compared to the middle person for a poor person. This is ability. Canon of certainty. Certainty is the government has ensured the uncertainty regarding the tax payment. The tax payment, government collects taxes arbitrarily where this adversely affect the efficiency of the people and their working ability too. Convenience. The method of tax collection and the time of payment should be suitable to the convenience of the people, and they have to make the necessary arrangements for the taxpayers to pay the tax in the convenient way. Economy, it has to spend money for collecting taxes. It has to collect taxes. For example, salaries are given to the persons who are responsible for collecting taxes, and the taxes collection cost are considered as a bad taxes. So, according to the Smith, it is said that government should impose only taxes whose collection costs are very less and cheap. So, these are the, it comes in the part C. What are the canons of taxation? So, again, canons of taxation says about it has to be in the ability, certainty, convenience, and economy. Now, what is direct tax and indirect tax? Here, a picture is shown: direct tax, indirect tax, that is ultimately burden of a taxpayer and its responsibility to the pay tax. Indirect is ultimately burden of taxpayer, purchaser, and responsibility to the taxpayer of the shopkeeper. You can see example: income tax is a direct tax, GST costing is the indirect tax. When you earn income and you are responsible for the tax payment, you should also have the burden of paying tax. When you buy any commodity from the shop, it's responsible for the tax payment, but he can collect it from you. That is indirect tax. Now, it is also levied, that is levied on a person's income and wealth, direct tax. And it can say the plans and policies of the direct taxes have been recommended by CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes. Now, let us analyze about merits and demerits of taxes. Merits, you can say equity, certainty, elasticity, and economy. What is the merits of the direct taxes? Equity. Equity goes to the direct taxes progressive. It is otherwise known as progressive. Rate of tax varies. An example: income tax satisfies the canon of equity. Certainty is it's ensured that if an income taxpayer should know when he has to pay the tax, certain the date should be confirmed to him, and it should be regular also. Elasticity, canon of elasticity, that is involves about the income level increases, the tax revenue to the government also increase automatically. Economy, the cost of collection of direct taxes is relatively low. the taxpayers should pay the tax directly to the state. So these are the merits of the direct taxes: equity, certainty, elasticity, and economy. What are the demerits of direct taxes? That is, demerits is unpopular, productivity affected, and inconvenient, and tax evasion. Direct taxes are generally unpopular, inconvenient, and less flexible also. Productivity affected is citizens are not willing to earn more income because in that case they have to pay more taxes. Inconvenient is the maintaining accounts, submit returns, and pay them lump sum. Tax evasion: the burden of direct tax is so heavy, and taxpayers are always trying to evade taxes, and so this leads to the generation of black money, which is harmful to the economy. Now, indirect tax. Indirect tax is a way of tax which is not imposed on an individual, but it is imposed on them different individual. That is, indirectly you are paying it. The burden of the tax can be easily shifted to another person. It is a tax charged on a person who purchases the goods and services. Now, suppose when you go to the shop, for each and every commodity you are paying tax, but unknowingly, it is all clubbed together with the commodity. Now, we have, suppose a purchase of a soap you buy from a shop, the purchase of a soap will cost only 5 rupees or 6 rupees. But when you pay, it belongs to the cost of the soap is 25 or something like that. The remaining, the shopkeeper who imposed, that is, it is imposed on the commodity. So the tax will unknowingly you pay the tax through the commodity. So the burden of the tax can be easily shifted and it is levied on persons equally. So there are several types of indirect taxes: excise duty, sales tax, customs duty, entertainment tax, and service tax. These are all several types of indirect taxes. Now, what is the merits of indirect taxes? That is, when you say it is already known by the version of direct tax and indirect tax, that is, imposed on you means it is difficult for you to pay. But when you say that it is imposed on the thing means other purchasers means you don't feel so difficult to pay the tax. Now, merits of indirect taxes, it can say that wider coverage, equitable, economical, checks harmful consumption, convenient. So these are all merits of indirect. That is, all consumers, whether they are rich or poor, they have to pay the indirect taxes. For as I said now in an example, India, everybody pays indirect tax as against 2% of the income. That is, now earlier I told you about the example of a soap. Equitable, no rich or poor, every imposition of taxation is same. It's not according to the luxuries or comforts or the living of the people. When you buy a commodity, according to the commodity, the imposition of tax is also paid along with it. Economical, producers and retailers collect tax and pay to the government, so it is an honorary tax collector, so indirectly it goes on. Checks a harmful consumption, that is, taxes on the commodities, indirect taxes on the commodities, so harmful to health, that is, tobacco, liquor, they are all sin tax. But no other go, people are coming forward, or otherwise they are going in a other way to get it in a illegal way, so it's harmful to health. So tobacco, liquor, all taxation is more than to people, though they are in the middle class also, they try to go and get the things which they want to enjoy the luxury of it, or they enjoy the movement of it, so they go and pay on the tobacco and liquor. Convenient, indirect tax are levied on commodities. Whenever the consumers make a purchase, they pay the tax along with the price. They do not feel a pinch of paying tax, because separate tax is allotted only, people feel very difficult. But there are demerits also for the demerits of the indirect tax. Higher cost of collection. The cost of the collection is higher because government has to spend huge money to collect indirect taxes. But very easily in indirect way, the payment is coming easily. Inelastic, indirect taxes are less elastic compared to direct taxes. They are generally proportional. Regressive, indirect taxes are sometimes adjustable, since the rich and poor persons have to pay the same tax. So this becomes what happens, it is very difficult for the poor, but then too they have to pay them money and get the commodity. Uncertainty, That is, taxes increase the prices, reduces demand for goods, but government is uncertain about the expected revenue collection. And Dalton says that indirect taxes 2 plus 2 is not 4 but 3 or even less than 3, because the way he is spending on the commodity or in the way of tax payments. No civic consciousness, a tax is hidden in the price. The consumers are not aware of paying taxes. So these are all the demerits of the indirect tax. Now you can see in a comparison chart of basis for comparison of direct and indirect tax. Meaning is given. Direct tax is referred as a person, already we have spoken about it. Indirect is referred to as the tax levied on the persons on the consumer goods. Nature is progressive here, direct tax. Indirect regressive. Incidence and impact falls on the same person, falls on the different persons. Tax base, income or wealth of the assets and purchase of the sales, manufacture, evasion. So you can see the comparison between direct tax and indirect tax. As earlier it was a 10 marks question, now it is a 5 marks question. Comparison between direct tax and indirect tax. You can study this table as such and you can write for the 5 marks answer very easily and try to get good marks. Now what is GST? Goods and service tax. What is GST? Goods and service tax. Before people will not be knowing about it, but now at the later stage, now for past 2 or 3 years, GST came more. That is, people were aware of GST. People were aware of GST more. That is goods and service tax. It has replaced the indirect taxes in India, as this was passed in the year of 2017 on the Parliament 29th March. This one has become a act came into the effect on 1st July 2017. As I said, 3 years before only GST came into the existence of more. In simple words, you can say that this law has replaced many indirect taxes laws and it has been previously existed in India. GST is one of the indirect tax for the entire country, and it is also a regime saying about the final point of sale, and not only that, intra-state sales, and it is also chargeable and integrated GST. Now we can see a part in from GST where it is said central levies and state levies. So you can see to the picture over given here, single tax to repay multiple levies right from the manufacturer supply to the consumer. You can see a table given over there, transaction, new regime and old regime. How the sale within the state, sale to another state is given here. Very clearly it is given about GST, 3 types, CGST, SGST, IGST. Now you can see the abbreviations and the full forms here. In what ways the components of GST is being compared. By what means? By CGST is central government on intra-state sale within the state union territory. SGST state government intra-state thing. IGST central government intra-state, that is Maharashtra to Tamil Nadu. It is given region wise, it has been separated and given. These are all the components of GST and how do they calculate according to this. And you can see the table of it, the nature of the sales, how they charge on the sales tax. Now nature of the sales, and this table shows you very clearly about CGST plus SGST and plus old regime VAT, central excise, IGST, and all this clear version of a table is given over here. You can study with that. Now what are the natures of